go to the movies, or I'm bored. You want to go with me, so and so, ride out wherever. That's friends. You know what I mean? If we're more than friends, then we're gonna say that. And one of the young ladies said that I think it was Mrs. Lark said, we got to go back to communication. You got to have that transparency, and you have to be vulnerable. So.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood after he answers the question. But the reason why that question was asked, I have a girlfriend. Nobody had titles, but when her friend found out that she had slept with an individual, he became very upset about that. And even though they didn't have titles, he felt like he couldn't believe that she was being intimate with someone else other than him. So, ladies, I don't care what the men says they having conversation, this and that, or the third. A man feels some kind of way when you're sleeping with someone else other than him, even if you're not in a relationship and they think that you all are good friends or could be leading down that direction. So I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Feelgood. And Dr. Feelgood, I'm waiting to hear your answer. It sounds so good to say Dr. Feelgood. That's just a name that you like, wow.
I call myself a doctor because I have a PhD in the cunnilingual arts. PhD meaning performing head diligently or dedicatedly. So that's where I get my doctor. I'm not an EDD because I ain't got ED. But going on with what Dr. Lark was saying, sometimes you have arrangements in relationships to where, hey, we're not together, but we understand that when we are together, we're together. But if you have an itch to scratch, you say, hey, I'm going to scratch my itch. And the other person may not be super okay with it, but the person has to understand that, people got feelings. Now, I understand people ain't going to try to stick their things or get stuck by many people. But if you can't get to the one you remember that song a long time ago, Temporary Love Thing by the Full Force? Ain't nothing wrong with a temporary love thing. In one night, I can love you forever. Said if you can't be with the one you love, you got to what?
Love the one you're with.
Yep. So
I heard that one.
Now, you always in any type of those type of situations, you got to be careful. You have to be careful. You should be careful even with your intimate parts. But the idea is that if you're not exclusive, if you're not polyamorous, if you're not in the lifestyle, then y'all should say, hey, we're not singing John Legend. We are ordinary people. We gotta figure out what we are and our parameters from there. Otherwise, it's not cheat. It's not cheat, because even in open relationships, you know what they consider cheating in open relationships?
No, tell us, please fill us in.
When you go and do something that you didn't tell your partner.
Yep.
If you guarding your phone like Fort Knox, and y'all supposed to have an open relationship, that's cheating.
Yeah, when you're not honest, when you're not transparent.
Exactly. If you with somebody, you be with them. Don't half step. Don't try to change the definition. If you with somebody, you with them, and y'all have to have the understanding that, hey, this is us. This is how we're gonna be, and we make an agreement. And once we make an agreement, then we stick to that agreement. If we don't stick to that agreement, then guess what? Do we really need to be together?
I love my life. I don't care about no agreement. My life is more important.
And that's understandable. That's understandable. That's why I was saying. I had to put all those caveats in there because it's not, with intimacy and relationships, it's not just A, B anymore. It's not just A and B anymore. It's so many. The aperture is so wide that you got to understand, and that's why I say if you can't relate with a person, can you really have a relationship with a person?
That's right. I don't believe that that's cheating, but I do have the option to deal with you or not going forward.
Yes, and that's where the transparency comes in. On that note, I'm gonna couple of my questions got their thunder stolen, so I'm gonna change up just a little bit. One of my questions was since I talked about this last week. Dr. Fab covered it with her manscaping, grooming, smelling. You know, you don't want no hot dog water. You don't want to smell hot dog water, corn chips, and nut butter. But in the olfactory, there's a difference between musky and musty. Musky is your natural pheromones. They can be augmented by colognes, perfumes, soaps. Musty is stale. You know, you ever been around some dank water that's been sitting there, like dirty mop water?
Yeah.
That somebody ain't been around, somebody ain't dumped.
Yeah.
That's musty.
Musty.
It ain't no good coming out of it.
Okay.
If you smell like a stay back or 12 days, something found 12 days later for a decomp, that's musty.
Okay, that's musty. Okay.
So I'm thinking more of the musky. Do you think is that a turn on a person's personal scent? Off. Do you turn your nose up? Talk to me, Bobbie G.
Well, I would think it could be a combination of both. If you're smelling good, if your person you're attracted to are smelling good, then normally you're going to be attracted to that. But there's also a thing where people may come from working out and they have the stench of the gym, the sweat and stuff like that, and you just want to have that dirty intimate moment. I don't know what you call that, funk on funk or musk on musk, or I don't know. I don't know, musty and musky or funky and funkier. I don't know what you call that.
So you like your meat with a little seasoning.
So I think it's a combination of both. Where if you just get out of the shower or whatever, and you spray your little body spray on or whatever, and that's fine if your partner likes that. And if your woman spray her cologne or perfume on, it's just a natural body scent. I think it's all a preference, but I think you can like the musky, and then you can like the smell good. It's a range.
Anybody else?
Well,
Hey,
Ms.
I'm
Brooks,
gonna
what do you
stand
think?
firm on the
Okay.
smell good, because funk appeal is just not one of my favorite scents, and I just have a weak stomach for such as that. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to any culture or anything, but a lot of my Caribbean fellas, they are into not wearing deodorant, and they are like, this is a turn on for the women in their country. I can't help you with that. Can't help you.
But you don't like my smell? You don't like my smell? Huh?
Go on, woman. Dr. Dobson, you got anything on that?
I think that what first cousin was saying, there is something about a man, for me, that when takes a shower and then when he goes and works out, that you're right. To me, it's just it's a musk. It's almost like pheromones. It's almost like, I don't want to call it animalistic, but almost animalistic in a sense, is that it attracts, it gets into your olfactory, and I love it. Personally, I love it. Now, when you talk about no deodorant and you talk about they ain't washed in 3 days, that's just nasty.
Yes.
That's unsanitary, unhygienic, just nasty. But there's something about a man after they've come from the gym, or after forget about the gym, after they put a door up in my house, or they fix the light, or they fix the lock. Turn me on. The act
Right.
and the smell. You see what I'm saying? I'm all about acts of service. So the act and the smell, I'm good.
Acts of service. I like
Here you
five
go.
principles,
Acts of
5
service.
languages, right?
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Britt Brat, what about you? Miss Britt Brat.
Okay.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Sorry. You're off mute up, but we can't hear you. I'm sorry.
You may be having technical difficulties.
Yeah, move on.
Miss Washington.
I don't, well, to me, like, because I done been with people that, they were just straight musty.
Oh my God.
Just straight. I'm just giving it to you raw. I'm sorry. I'm just giving it to you raw.
They gave it to you raw. Ooh. Goodness,
Smell like
gracious.
a bag of wet onions.
Just stank. You don't like my smell?
just think. So it's like, to me, like, I can't really tell because I'm in a situation where I'm with this person and I can't even explain how he is because I'm in like a long distance relationship. So I can't even tell you, to be honest, but I know for a fact that the people I've been with smell musty.
All of them? All of them? All of them,
Yeah.
Miss Washington?
You might as well say all of them.
That's
You might as well say
sad.
all of them.
Hey, that's just your choice. That's your
All
preference.
of
That's
them.
what you
You got
like.
a type.
That's
You
sad.
got a type.
No.
That's
No,
sad.
that's nothing I like now. Like, no,
So I
that's
guess you
nothing
answered,
I
I guess
like.
you answered
No.
your own question. That's what you attracted to.
No,
ask you, Miss
never
Washington?
that.
Miss Washington, may I
No.
ask you a question?
Yes.
When you found that they had that different aroma, we're not gonna call it funk, but that different aroma, did you suggest, because some people, even though they put on deodorant, they can still have a foul body odor. Did you just suggest to them maybe using baking soda, something in their water, a lime, a lemon to cut the scent? Did you make any suggestions, or you just dealt with it?
I mean, I did make the suggestion that they should use some type of, they should wash more or they should do something else more, but I don't know. It's just that they had an attitude with me telling them that.
Oh, okay. See, they went down for corrective criticism because
My
some
attitude was
people,
fun too.
okay. So,
Yeah.
because no, and I'm being so serious because some people don't even realize that they have a body odor, and it gets so until it's in their clothing, and
Oh, yeah.
it's the way you move and it's the way you communicate to them. Listen, I think that you're very handsome, blase, but we got to work on this in a certain manner. And a little vinegar water, a little baking soda will always bring that body pH level back up to where it's supposed to be. Or either a lime.
Soap
If
and water.
somebody cut up lime and put it in the tub soap for them, or lemon, you will be absolutely amazed at what it does for the body.
Wait a minute. If all of your boyfriends had an odor, maybe you like that smell.
No. Listen, like, I'm not gonna say not all of them now. Not all of them had that. It's just like
75%.
You might as well say 75 because like only like maybe like two out of the rest like were clean, and then like the rest like weren't.
But that's what I'm saying. And 75% of them had an odor. That may, honestly, for real, all jokes aside, that may be something that you like, that smell.
That's your type. You got a type.
I don't think so, because I mean, even with them having that smell, like they wanted to get intimate, and I would even want to do that with them. Like they wouldn't even if I recommended them to take a shower before even having intimacy, they wouldn't even do it. So
Oh yeah.
That sounds like Jamaicans.
That's nasty.
Now he didn't say that, did he?
He said it. He said it out loud.
Yeah, he did.
What did it say?
But
So
my take on it is
Miss Washington, we're not here.
Dallas.
Miss Washington, we're not here to beat up on you, okay?
Oh no, you're fine.
We kind of giving her a hard time about the guy she's chosen, whether it's musky or musty. We're not here to beat up on you. You know, so.
No, I understand.
No, I just think it's interesting. I just think it's interesting if 75% of your men were musky.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm just gonna run this
but see, that's
bath
the
water
thing
for
about
you.
it. Like, and this is like every time, like I would see something every time, and they would never, you know, they would never try to fix it. No, nothing. So it was like I couldn't really take it. I can't deal with that.
You should have sprayed deodorant on their armpits when they were asleep.
you can't put deodorant on top of musk.
Okay, right.
Oh no.
You can, it just ain't gonna work though.
Right.
You gonna get old Medina. Go ahead, Anton. What's your take on this?
Woman, I'm sorry. The smell is repulsive to me. Like, you know, just a woman with a body odor is like the worst. I don't care how fine you think you are, but you smell, you automatically ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand the whole, I guess, body odor kind of attractiveness, because, you know, them times when you hot and heavy, you know, not everybody get a chance to go to the bathroom when you take a shower. You know, so, you know, that so they call it sex is in the air type smell. So I get it. I just can't stand nobody that's funky.
Okay.
Miss Sandrine?
I'm going to say the musky thing. I just feel like those are too closely related to not smelling good. So I'd rather just go with the smell good type of thing, because I'd rather you just have a fresh smell. I don't want anything musky or musty. I just rather that clean smell.
Right.
Yeah.
And Miss Dallas.
Yeah, I agree with Bobby and Don as far as like, you know, if you come from work and he's like a blue collar worker, so that's not really a bad smell to me. I could do that. But as far as the other young lady who was talking about her man, some people, like I had a Jamaican roommate in college and she would use this body that smelled like fish. And it was like repulsive to me, but that was her culture. So I don't. Some maybe they like have some type of, you know, thing that they use on their body.
Oh baby.
Miss White, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, did they play sports? Did they just not want to take baths? I was curious.
You talking to Miss Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I don't know what it was. I just can't really tell you. I don't know if it's the fact that they didn't want to wash. I really can't tell you. Like, it's like I would say something about it, but they just wouldn't. They wouldn't comprehend to what I'm saying. I don't know what it was.
I got you.
So what that sounds like to me is you definitely, if it was 75-25, so I guess it's safe to say you got a lot of sex toys, Okay,
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the truth. Like that is the truth. I ain't lying about that.
But
Passion parties.
on the flip side, what I had noticed, Dr. Fabulous, was a female told me one time, she said, Malik, when you out there cutting that grass and that sweat is popping off of you, it looks so sexy. So almost like the other lady was saying about hanging the door. So when a man come in, it ain't a musky smell. It's just a man smell. You know,
That's
like
the
a woman,
fragrance. That's a
yeah,
fragrance.
like a woman got a natural smell. You know what I mean? Herself. You know what I mean? When she's
Right.
secreting and you know, discharging, she's got a smell. Then you got a funk smell, but then you got a natural body smell. So
Yeah.
that right, I don't know, fellas, y'all understand what I'm saying. So with that being said, that I think it's a difference from, you know, stank musk and just
Right.
a manly smell, Dr. Fabulous, a
Yeah.
manly
Well,
smell.
but you
So,
know
I mean,
what?
You can smell the deodorant, but you just can't smell the cologne.
But wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna direct this back to Mr. Malik since he brought it to Dr. Fabulous. I don't care how much grass you cut and how that is glimmering on your skin. It's called, just like people say tomato, that's just not my preference. So when you finish cutting grass, I want you to come on in and take a bath. Point blank, period. I'm not that one. If a person tell me, no, baby, I'm not taking a bath, well, baby, you're not the person for me. So I know it's no intimacy going on, especially if you got that rank, funk, whatever, it's not happening.
Oh yes,
Point blank, period. So I done just drew the line right there. And
Well,
then if I have to draw your bath water and put you some baking soda in it and put you some lemons and some limes and you still smell that way, then it's a real problem.
Yeah, made a gumbo.
What I was speaking in terms of, Dr. Fabulous, was something like, Bobby, I think you can identify this, like a quickie. You know, like if I just cut, I ain't said, you know, just the front grass, the front lawn, ain't a big lawn, and you looking at the window, looking at your boo, just looking at the sun, he just sweating, you know, he ain't musty because he's a clean man. Just like Miss Washington, if you look at the men on the board tonight, you got Malik, you got Dr. Feelgood, you got Sir Bob, and another guy down there, DFG. Do any of us look like the men that you was dating? Do we look like we got older like that?
No.
Okay, so that's my whole point. Dr. Fabulous, when you've been with somebody who you've been with, you know they what is THC, their body. You know the smell of the man. So if I'm out there cutting grass and I come in and you in the moment and you want to do certain things, it's just gonna be a sweaty moment at that time. Then I'm gonna go take a shower, but I'm not stink rank. Understand that. I'm not stink rank.
But you might be to her though.
And everybody has a choice. That's what I'm trying to get Mr. Malik to understand. I don't care how he paint that picture. That's just not me. And I don't care.
And everyone has their personal preference.
It is what it is.
Yeah, everyone has their personal
What
preference.
turn you on may not turn me on.
Yeah.
And cutting grass and coming in sweaty and think you're going to lay up on me is not happening. Because that's not what I do. That's not what I like.
Okay, no problem.
What about
I
not cutting
don't
grass,
care
but
with
just
that, Malik. I understand where you're coming from.
Miss Dallas say she'll take you in from cutting that grass.
Yeah,
Miss Dallas
yeah.
grab you on up.
Look, you working hard, you taking care of the house, we ain't gonna let no sweat come between us.
Oh, get it, Miss Dallas. Get it, Miss Dallas.
Well, you know, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is the reason why we do what we do, to get the conversations. We don't always have to agree.
That's right.
We just understand that you leave here a little wiser than when you came in.
Yeah.
Because some of us know each other very well. Some of us don't know each other from a can of paint. But it's a good thing. My last question, because we coming up on time.
Before you go there, Dr. Feelgood, can we give any advice to Miss Washington for how she can handle this?
Look,
sex toys.
Tell them
sex toys.
No shower, no power.
That's
no,
it.
No,
you
no,
don't want to watch
Fabulous.
that.
You seem like you have some conjunction. Can you tell Miss Washington what she can do for that to increase that 75 to Lesser.
Carry a can of Axe.
Carrying
Some
baking
breath
soda.
mint. Hey, Miss Washington, have a like a bat belt, like the utility belt for Batman. Have some Tic Tacs, some deodorant, some Axe body spray,
Well,
some body wash.
I'm gonna just say this.
I cannot.
Where I'm from, that's how most of the dudes smell.
I was
Just
gonna
being
ask you, is it a
completely
culture
honest.
thing? Because
Okay.
I was gonna ask, was it a culture thing? Because some people do smell like that, have a body odor from different countries.
Right,
Where are you from?
their diet.
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, you from Chucktown? Yeah.
No, I've been
hot.
to Charleston a lot, and they don't normally smell bad.
I don't know, but I mean the person I'm with now, I don't have to worry about that. I'm just saying, like,
In the past.
in the past.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, you found you a good smelling person. Cause
Right, because I was gonna suggest
them
the
dudes,
baking soda, some lemon and lime.
I know some dudes with a Chuck, and they don't, you know,
He long
most part
distance.
they
She don't
all
know
right.
what he smell like. He long distance.
No, I mean, we've actually met up before, but I mean, a couple of times. But I know how he smells.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
he ain't like that. He ain't like that.
Great job. Great job.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
Good.
Can I
Just
ask
don't
Ms.
go
Washington
nose
one more
blind.
question? Was most of the guys online? You met them online?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Before you give your closing question, Mr. Dr. Feelgood, would you please, we have some new faces in the place, and I would just like for them to tell us how they heard about Upscale Love, who invited them. I'm just a little curious to know.
Yes, Miss Washington, how did you find out about Upscale Love for you?
How I found out, Marlena White, my neighbor, she actually told me about it, and I just decided to come and see how it is for the first time, and I really do like it. I really do enjoy it.
Awesome.
Hey,
Yes.
we here every Thursday, 8:30.
Okay,
Miss Brooks.
8:30 every Thursday. Okay.
Miss
Mhm.
Brooks, how did you find out about this?
So I found out about this from Dr. Feelgood, is a part of trying to hear what this was about. And I'm like really impressed about these adult opinions about important things. So I'm kind of glad I joined today, and hi from California. So
Welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Miss Carla Wright, how did you find out about this?
She's been on, Carla Wright has been on before. That's my cousin. She lives here in
Okay.
Jacksonville. She's been on before.
Said I know Dr. Dobson. We've been on a few other shows ourselves, but I let her introduce herself. Go on, Dr. Dobson.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell us. That's
Sorry.
one. Oh,
I'm
there you
sorry.
go.
Here I am.
22 hours.
I learned about this show from Anthony. He's in a Facebook group that I'm an admin for. So he did a story where he talked about it, and I was like, let me check it out. So here I am.
Right.
Check it
Vaughn
out.
Trees.
Welcome.
Couple of family members are on here that told me about it New Year's Day when we went over, and then I got to meet Dr. Fabulous and her daughter Marlena.
Hi.
Come on
And Miss Britt Pratt.
He's still having some.
Still having some.
Can
Sorry
you type
about
it
that.
in the chat? Type it in the chat for us.
Well,
Miss Washington.
Yes, that was kind of my last question. But what I will do is, for next week, I would like to come on a little early, Dr. Fab. Go on.
Cheryl and Gerald.
Cheryl's been on before.
Oh, Okay.
Cheryl's been on before, but Gerald has not.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone. We appreciate you all for coming. And I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Feelgood again. I'm sorry I interrupted, but I need to know.
Not a problem. Not a problem. The biggest thing that we try to do here at Upscale Love for You is to get, like I said, different opinions, getting people together to network, because we don't know all the answers. We don't claim to know all the answers, but we know if we can all get a little piece of something, we'll all be better. I hope that each and every one of you will come back next week. My biggest question, I was going to say 3 things you want to do in 2022, but I'm going to say your biggest goal for 2022. And I'm going to start with first Cuz. What's your biggest goal for 2022?
Better health. Focus on my health. When you get a little older, your body starts breaking down a little bit at age 52. I got a colonoscopy lined up here in the next few weeks, and I am nervous because never done it before. Don't know what to expect other than what I've seen on the videos. So when it comes to your health, I think paying attention to that and making sure that everything is okay. So making sure I focus more on my health is my goals for 2022.
Dr. Fab?
Well, of course, it's going to be better health and much more wealth.
Go on, Anson, your turn.
Well, in 2022, my goal is to make this year far better than last year. Last year was very tough, and I want to make 2022 leaps and bounds better.
Okay.
Mr. Malik?
Yes, sir. Dr. Feelgood. It's gonna be, as you know, I agree with Sir Bob first, because it's gonna be health, also exposure. As you know, Dr. Fabulous is my co-host on my show tomorrow night at 8:30, Bigger Dating. And I would like for keep it in the family. Everybody come on so we can experience 2 different styles of networks and podcasts that we're creating. But health, exposure, and be a better person, be more forgiving, more giving, and just appreciate life to the fullest, and understand that life can go in the blink of an eye. A lot of us here, we know people that died from COVID. It's a blessing. I had COVID myself. So it's a blessing that we're still here, because we don't have to be here. One thing I learned, Dr. Feelgood and Sir Bob, is we kind of know when we go to sleep, when we crash, but boy, guess what? We don't have to wake up. So that means enjoy every day, like it's your last. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's about unity in the community. Each one, reach one, teach one. And like I say, same thing tomorrow night. Same good questions, blazing, Bigger Dating, 8:30. I invite everybody to come, and let's share the love for 2022.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mr. Malik, if you put the link in chat box.
Yeah, you mean just the
put
name?
the link in the chat box. We can get everybody the link to your show.
Okay.
Dr. Lark, one thing you want for 2022? Unmute, please.
I did. I think the biggest thing would just be for spiritual growth and growing myself, like learning to love me and all of me, even the parts that I don't particularly like. And then just working on a relationship that I really have come to treasure.
All right, now you got some love in the making.
Miss Brooks.
I guess for me would be, I'm a new recent empty nester. My son is 18, attending his junior year in college, right? So not only do I want to be a realistic source for him, aside from our mother-son relationship, and we recently had, a bonding trip over the, you know, the last weekend and everything, but I really want to be present for him because I only got one, right? And I don't want to mess it up. And I already felt like I've probably messed it up because I am divorced, right? But unapologetic, it's all good. And
Right.
going to learn a whole lot and accept a whole lot of stuff. And that means it's a lot, right? So it's kind of beautiful. I started off the new year beautiful, and I'm meeting some really interesting adult people who have these different ideas and everything, and it doesn't have to be a battle. It's I'm learning, and this is a part of that process. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. About to do the soul clap. Dr. Dobson.
I'm not going on Zoom on my phone anymore because I can never find the buttons.
Right.
I swear. Well, for 2022, one of my biggest wishes that my move to Charlotte, North Carolina will go smooth and no issues, no problems, which I know it probably won't, but I'm hoping for that. Definitely better health. And just being able to nurture relationships made during COVID for me. Just not a romantic relationship, but just relationships that I've made with other people that I've met through other Zooms, other Facebook groups, where I've just come to view them as almost a part of my family, and I want to be able to nurture those relationships. So that's my
Very
20.
good. Very good. Miss Washington.
For 2022, I want to focus more on my business career that I'm trying to get together. And just stop having grudges.
The noble goal. It's a noble goal. Miss White.
Same as Zakia, I definitely want to grow my brand and definitely become maybe even a YouTuber this year.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Miss Carla Wright.
Okay, for this year, 2022, I would like to build my brand and travel more, even though we're still in the pandemic.
Okay, okay. Miss Bryan.
Sorry, taking the phone off you. All right, for 2022, definitely want to be more intentional about living and enjoying life and be just financial freedom, making sure get rid of those, get rid of debt and just have fun and enjoy life.
Ms. Dallas.
2022 for me is my year of self-care, just mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I've been a person who kind of have hustled. I've done a lot of things in my years. So this year is kind of just about me. My youngest son turned 30 in December, so I'm kind of feeling grown now. So I just kind of just want to be about me this year.
All right.
That's good. Miss Johnson.
Yes, sir. I would like to be a happier me.
Noble goal, noble goal. Ms. Von Treese.
First, health and wealth, but I say no more this year. A lot of stuff.
What do you mean by say no more this year?
I'm a person that if you ask me to do something, sometimes I feel obligated to do it, and when I do it, I'm gonna do it full out. And so I want to do stuff that I want to do, not stuff that other people want me to do. And so, okay, husband, back here in the background, just saying no more. Just wanted to make sure I say no more this year. really focus on me.
Yes, no is a valuable word, just like yes. Got to keep a balance of those. Miss Cheryl, 2022, what you want to get done?
Hey, well, I'm talking to you guys from a healed position. I am healed from a lot of tragic things that happened in the past. So now that I'm free to be me, now I'm just want to explore and get out there and enjoy life.
All right.
All right.
I like that.
Miss Veronica.
Yeah, I would say self-care. This is my year of self-care and just really taking care of my family, taking care of my son, getting him ready for school, the big school. And I'm hoping for some breakthroughs with my career.
Okay. I think I've gotten everybody. My goal is to, as Miss Washington and Miss White was saying, build my brand. My brand is Upscale Love for You. Also, I've opened the IG page. It's Anthony Gold Dr. Feel S Good. I'm on the gram. I let y'all know just what's going on. Sometimes I just get on live and have a quick 2-minute drill. Sometimes I record something and put it on there, but the idea is that I want this podcast to be headed toward the mainstream by the end of 2022. And on that note, I'll turn it back to First Cuz so we can close this out.
All right. Well, we want to thank everyone from Upscale Love for You, to everyone who logged on tonight. We want to thank you for taking your time to come see what we're talking about. We thank everyone who invited someone to come on to have conversation with us this evening, spending your evening with us. We're on every Thursday, 8:30 to about 10:15 at the latest. And we're just having conversations about various topics. This week, our conversation was about intimacy and relationships. And the good thing about this is that people from all over the country, we're having conversations with people we've never met before. And we're just sharing ideas. We're having a good time. We're having good laughs, good entertainment, good fun. But we're getting nuggets that we can get from each and every one of us on here. So with that being said, we want to ask that next week you invite a friend. Dr. Feelgood say tell a friend. We're asking that you invite 1 or 2 people to come on and join the conversation with us. Please check the chat box. In the chat box, you'll find our email, upscaleloveforyou@gmail.com. That's upscalelove, the number 4, the letter U @gmail.com. Please send us an email. Let us know what you think about Upscale Love for You. If there's a particular topic that you want to discuss,